everybody, welcome back to Filmmonger. I'm your guy, 𝘨𝘂𝘀𝘀, and today we're going to be talking about how DC is indeed closing the gap between them and Marvel, and it has to do with a lot of what you saw in the recent DC Fandome 2021, and we will be breaking that down for you in this video. So before we get started, I do have a trivia question for you. What was the original name of Wonder Woman before she was titled Wonder Woman? Let me know if you know that in the comments below, and I'll definitely tell you that at the end of this video. Now let's get to it.
Agent Romanoff, you miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spiderman. Hey everyone.
DC Fandome did not disappoint. It gave us incredible moments like this. Moments like this. And moments like this. There was a lot of things that I wanted to see, and I felt like I got to see a little bit of each of the things I was hoping to see, especially DC Titans Season 4. That's not what this video is about, but I really like that show, so I'm very excited for Season 4. Go Titans! No, but I think it's really these announcements of the new movies coming out. I'm talking Shazam, Fury of the Gods. I'm talking the new Aquaman. I'm talking the new Flash movie. I'm talking the new Batman movie. I'm talking Black Adam, for Pete's sake. All that stuff is it's gonna be good. It looks like it's gonna be good, and I'm optimistic that DC has finally found its footing in its place amongst this cinematic universe, situation that they find themselves in. Since 2008, Marvel's owned the cinematic universe, and DC's made attempts, but it feels like we have like 3 different universes now because we just can't seem to find established footing. But it seems like now DC's got a clear path forward, and it's really starting to gel with the audience. We've got an expectation of what they're going to make, and they've had a lot of recent successes. I mean, Shazam, great. New Suicide Squad, great. Zack Snyder's Justice League, great. And then some of these new trailers. I mean, that new Batman trailer looks awesome. And Black Adam, come on! I'm very, very excited to see what DC is doing. So let's talk about some things we saw in DC Fandome 2021. Now, some of the top things where it's not the new DC Superman hat that you can get for like $750, but if someone wants to buy that for me, I'll definitely wear that in an episode. So let me know if you want to buy me a DC Superman fedora thing. You hit me up. Like I said prior though, it's these new movies that are coming out. I'm excited for the shows, I'm excited for some of the animated things, but that's not really what we're here to talk about. We're talking about the cinematic universe that we're hoping to get. And so we had Shazam, Fury of the Gods, which seems like it's building upon its success of the prior. A lot of mythological creatures, some really incredible villains. I'm excited to see that movie because I think it's gonna be fun and action-packed. On the flip side, we have Black Adam. I mean, come on, he grabs that guy, fries him, and I don't know exactly what the rating for this movie is going to be, but what I do like is they're setting the tone that Black Adam is really strong and he's really dangerous. And that's something that's in the comics and in the video games and in everything you see in Black Adam, so I'm glad they're not shying away from that. What has been a really recent success for DC is the fact that they're willing to go to that R-rated territory if necessary. That's important for some of these characters because they don't belong in PG-13 worlds. This is something where Marvel's kind of struggling with because although they have Deadpool now, they don't bleed over to the R-rated things, and that kind of hindered Venom versus Carnage. I know that's not necessarily Marvel, I know it's Sony, but Carnage is a very violent character, and to not have a R-rated Venom movie, this feels like you're reducing what Venom and Carnage are known to do in the comics. The other movie I've been looking forward to is the Flash movie. First off, this is where I think the gap is going to close. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit, but they're already saying, hey, we have a lot of different characters because we've kind of screwed the pooch so many times. Let's make a multiverse now. Marvel took 20-something movies. We're gonna do it now. We're gonna do it right now. And we're doing it in the Flash movie. And the Flash movie, you already see multiple versions of the Flash. And we're gonna be getting Michael Keaton's Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman all in one movie. And then Robert Pattinson's Batman's out there somewhere. And I love at the very end of this, you see a little glimpse of the outline of the Michael Keaton Batman suit, which is very cool. And then you know what's under that cover. Yes, it's the original Batmobile. Yes! They're just tapping into nostalgia, they're getting us excited, and it makes me want to see a Flash movie, which I'm not saying I wouldn't have watched it, but it's not my favorite character, so having those elements of the multiverse and Batman makes me want to go see that movie. We got another Aquaman movie, And the first Aquaman wasn't bad, and they're saying this Aquaman is a lot more refined, a lot more of an interesting storyline, so I'm interested to see that as well. But the cherry on top from DC Fandom 2021 was, of course, the Batman trailer. They seem to be nailing this tone of Batman. Now, I'm still a little nervous that they're gonna go ultraviolet with Batman, which is still not what I'm hoping for from Batman. But if you watch my most recent video, they have this gritty detective vibe to this movie. The Zodiac killer Riddler versus the young, unrefined Batman and Robert Pattinson's Batman. And I'm really excited to see that, because the thing about Batman that I love is not that he has these ninja skills or that he's rich, it's that he's a detective and he does detective work, and we have yet to get that Batman in a movie, so I'm excited to see that done on the big screen. All in all, DC Fandom 2021 nailed it. The trailers were good, the insight was great, and the excitement level is at an all-time high, and that's why I believe Marvel is starting to sweat. Before we continue this video, I just want to let you guys know that we have an awesome Instagram that updates on a regular basis with all things Marvel, DC, and everything that you love about the movies. So if you haven't already, go follow that Instagram right now. You won't regret it. Now let's get back to the video. Now, don't get me wrong, Marvel is here to stay for a long time, but they are running into some issues, and they're running into issues I don't think DC is exactly going to run into. So Marvel has made a great cinematic universe. I love Marvel. I mean, Marvel hearts forever, but they're running into the issue that all of their characters are starting to get too powerful too quick. We have the Eternals coming out in November, and they are freaking powerful characters in Marvel. They're kind of like close to Captain Marvel, like power level, and this is the issue that we're getting a bunch of Supermans in the Marvel universe. I've complained about the Superman complex. It's hard to relate to a character when they don't really have any faults. Captain Marvel is not a great character in Marvel, not because I don't love Brie Larson, it's just because it's hard to relate to this person. It's like, all these characters, Captain America, Iron Man, you don't really need them because Captain Marvel could take on Thanos pretty much single-handedly. I mean, really went toe-to-toe to fully Infinity Gauntlet Thanos. And now with the Eternals and Wanda becoming the Scarlet Witch and some of the other characters are going to come down the pipeline in Marvel, we're going to have a lot of super powerful beings. What does this mean? It means the smaller characters you don't really care about seeing. Hawkeye, who cares? The new Captain America, who cares? I mean, I like the new Captain America, but I want to see Scarlet Witch. I mean, even characters like Spiderman might struggle to find themselves in a power tier level as some of these ridiculously powerful beings. And this is where DC has a better balance. Don't get me wrong, there's gods all throughout DC. I mean, did you watch the Shazam Fury of the Gods trailer? I mean, it's called Fury of the Gods. But there seems to be weaknesses in all of their characters outside of Superman, although there is kryptonite. And that's what I like about DC, is they've always had kind of a balanced cast of heroes where I didn't feel like any one of them really tipped the scales in one direction. This is where the gap's gonna close, because as you're making films, it's starting to get like, okay, how do you differentiate these Marvel superheroes? But DC, everyone's got a very unique flavor, and you feel that. I feel that when you have Batman on screen, it's very different than the Flash on screen, but I feel like Batman could take on the Flash and vice versa. These are things that I think are going to behoove DC in the long run. The second part is DC's like, hey, we've screwed the pooch so much that we have 3 Batmans. And roughly, sort of Batman, we have Michael Keaton's Batman, we have Ben Affleck's Batman, we have Robert Pattinson's Batman. Multiverse. We know we're getting Michael B. Jordan's Superman, and we have Henry Cavill's Superman. We have multiple Flashes, we have multiple of everything. Heck, we've got a multiverse. Let's just do it. And so what I like about DC is they're not taking all this time to just establish everything. That's why I think they misstepped, is they tried to do the Marvel route where they give all these standalone movies, and I actually thought that might be the right approach. But you know what? I don't think anyone's patient enough anymore. We're just like, you know what? Let's just have it. Because Suicide Squad, they skipped that. The new Suicide Squad, they're like, here's characters, here's what they do. Movie. And you know what? The movie really worked. They're doing this with the Flash movie. They're like, Michael Keaton's in it because he's awesome, and we don't have to explain that to you. We have a multiverse. Yep. And I think because DC is behind, they're taking risks because there's no reason not to. If we're gonna catch up to Marvel, we gotta swing real heavy, and it seems like it might be paying off. All that being said, are you guys excited about the DC universe finally coming to a culmination, a grandiose on the stage? The spotlight's on them, and it seems like they might succeed. Let me know that in the comments below. And of course, I'll be answering our trivia question. That's right, Wonder Woman was originally known as 𝘠𝘓𝘂𝘶. 𝘠𝘠𝘓𝘂𝘶. That sounds like a type of pizza, but eventually went to Wonder Woman, which is a far better name. But 𝘠𝘓𝘂𝘶 used to be the original name, which is pretty interesting. All that being said, if you like this video, guys, and you want to see more, guess what? Click the subscribe you can know when these videos come out. You can turn on the bell. You can slap the like. It helps us here at the channel, and we really do appreciate it. And as always, guys, until next time, I will see you later.